I think radical uncertainty describes pretty well the world we live in right now, where things come and change like really fast, where you cannot really think of the future as a continuation of the past. You cannot predict that what has worked in the past will work in the future. So, and it's pretty everywhere, right? In society, in technology, in business. So I think it's a pretty well-coined term. Precisely, engagement becomes the number one recipe, I would say, to absorb the uncertainty in the future. You cannot concentrate the design of project, the thinking, in just a few brains. You need everybody. You need the diversity of many to be involved in action, to contribute with their ideas, their emotions. You need connections. You need to create systems that are not fragile, that are not easily disrupted by change, but that are really resilient thanks to the multitude and thanks to the connections within the system. So engagement becomes, I would say, the number one imperative right now. Activism doesn't have necessarily to happen on topics that are outside of the company's main business. The company can turn its own business into an action, into a movement, right? So we don't have to necessarily look at external topics as necessary for corporate activism. Activism can already happen in the business. And what happens is that when you put everybody in motion, when you actively mobilize your stakeholders, whether inside or outside, you can both serve your business objectives and social or environmental objectives. It's really a combination, a nice integration between business and society, because business is taking place in a context that we all need to take care of. To me, communicators are too often locked in old systems in which they serve a push, unidirectional approach to try to convert people to something, to cascade a message, to push the message to somebody. And I believe communicators instead are extremely useful in enabling the system to connect to itself, to become more knowledgeable, and to help everyone become a great communicator. So moving away from a channel and filter and at the service of authority type of approach to an activist communication approach. I would say go on the field, go where things happen, go on the line, go talk with line workers, with frontline employees, go where action is taking place. It's not only taking place in the boardroom. Don't just take your messages and don't fill your agenda with things that come from the top. Go as well on the line. Well, I think it's fantastic to connect and to hear about other companies' experiences. I find too often companies being very self-centered. People do not move, do not listen to what happens outside. So it's a very interesting and important initiative for communicators to be able to come, meet, and discuss.